If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that sub button for more amazing content. Now, let's jump straight into the video.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Bofina1, bringing you guys yet another YouTube video. And today I want to talk about how things are being affected within the economy regarding the whole coronavirus, such as, stuff such as electronics are going down and car prices are going down, and basically how there's becoming a bigger line between you have the poor, the middle class, and the rich. And it's now becoming more evident that things are basically going to become the haves and the have-nots. So if you haven't really been keeping track, if you go on websites or stores such as like Best Buy, Walmart, Target, any store basically that sells like electronics like TVs, video games, gaming systems, Apple Watches, smartwatches, Samsung watches, whatever, etc., cell phones, all these companies and places are having huge, massive sales right now to accommodate for the lack of consumers buying stuff. So if you haven't noticed, like a lot of TVs right now, for example, like Best Buy, a lot of their like 50-inch TVs right now are going for like $350, maybe $400 max. Typically like a 50-inch TV Samsung 4K would be $600-$700 or more, probably close to $1,000 when you add on the taxes. But as of right now, a lot of stuff is really dirt cheap. It's almost dirt cheap as if it's like Black Friday right now, and we're in June. We're in the summertime where things are typically normal price. They're not super low. If you look at vehicles, cars, you go to a lot of car dealership places. A lot of them now are allowing for people to get a brand new car with no down payment, and you can get the car without having to pay the car note for the first like 3 to 4 months. So just right there, that kind of shows you where the economy is at and where we are as a society, and that right now we're up to like 13-point-something% of people have lost their jobs, which is like a lot. It's like millions and millions of people right now are currently out of work, and as the economy and stuff opens up, more and more people are going to become out of work. So it's just a matter of time that you'll see more and more people go to work as we move through the next phases of the reopening of many of these towns, states, cities, etc. And it's kind of like what I would mention, I think in a video a little while ago, where I was talking about the haves and the have-nots. There's always been in the pyramid the people that are considered poor, the middle class, and then the rich. Well, now with what's going on, you kind of have what I would call the have and the have-nots, the people that have the money to afford for food, that have the money to buy expensive cars and electronics, and the people that don't. And that's kind of what's going on, which is part of the reason why you're seeing such a big decrease in prices of electronics, which is why you're seeing such a big decrease in things such as cars. Those are considered objects that are materialistic that you don't necessarily need. I mean, heck, you're even seeing a decrease in the amount of people that are in the grocery stores. If you recalled in March, when this whole pandemic started, like the whole lockdown started, I think a lot of people were really afraid that the stores were going to be closed and we weren't going to be able to go in and actually buy groceries. So people were massively buying. This is before people also started losing their jobs, becoming furloughed, etc. Well, now that they know that the stores are open, people are not buying as much food in the stores. I mean, they're buying, but they're buying them at slower rates. And it has a lot to do with, too, more people losing their jobs. So they have less money. They're trying to stretch their dollars. You would think it would be the opposite in some ways, because you would think with people being at home and their kids being at home that they would be spending more money on food. But in some ways, some people are actually spending less money on food because they genuinely just can't afford it. And that's kind of something that I wanted to bring up in this video is just, if you're looking at how the world is going, the economy is literally crumbling as we speak. More and more people are going to lose their jobs, and it kind of, like I said, goes back to what I said earlier. You're going to have the have and the have-nots, the people that have money to afford things, and the people that don't. Like I said, 6 months from now, we don't know. We don't know. Like right now, certain industries that are booming right now, obviously, like doctors and stuff, because of the whole coronavirus, places like UPS, FedEx, Amazon, because a lot of people don't feel comfortable going in the stores. I literally went to JCPenney's the other day to just get some clothes because I was like, okay, I haven't been buying clothes, etc., and I kind of thought that I might have been able to try on some clothes, but I was disappointed. I went in there and I literally couldn't try anything on. I had to just kind of look at the sizes and say, hey, I guess this will fit, because you can't even return the clothes. So that's another thing. A lot of these stores are going out of business because, one, they can't have as many people in them. Because they can't have as many people in them, the staffing has went down. They have furloughed a lot of their employees, as well as you can't try on the clothes. So a lot of times people feel like, well, why am I going in the store when I can't even try on the clothes? And when I do buy them, I'm going to be stuck with them. So a lot of people would rather just buy them. At least they can try them on in the comfort of their house, and they'd be okay. Everything is literally being affected from this coronavirus, and the economy is literally crumbling. I think a lot of people don't think that it is, and maybe you don't think that it is because depending on the certain area or neighborhood that you live in, if you live in maybe a suburb or a more, some people say, a bougier neighborhood, maybe you don't see that because maybe the people that work in your areas, maybe they have higher paying jobs that they can work from home, etc. So maybe your community is not being affected, so maybe you don't see it as much as in other communities would. But like I said, it's definitely affecting the economy, and just the fact that electronics are really cheap. But it's also at the same time, this could possibly give some people a chance, maybe that they want to start YouTube. Maybe you want to buy that new camera that was $600 and maybe now it's $300 and you've been dying to get it, but you never could afford it because the price was too high. Or maybe you wanted to get that brand new spanking TV, but you never could buy it, but now you can because, you have the money to do so, and because prices are cheaper. So for some people, this is going to help them out. And for some people, it's not doing anything for them. But I love knowing you guys' thoughts about this down below in the comment section about the whole economy and how everything is going. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll chat with you later. Peace, Fin Army.